Good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you on Friday, August the 23rd. What a wild day we had again today, and I just barely stayed green. I was up almost 200 on my accounts. And at the end of the day, on my 150K account, I thought, I'm going to try it for a little bit more. And, well, you guessed it. Yeah, we didn't do so well. I had a couple losers, $100 losers. Made a little bit of it back, but ended up with a slight red day on that account, down 98 bucks, and only had a little bit on the others, 50 and 70 bucks basically. But we did end up slightly green on the day. However, the positive is I did have a green week, and I am green on every single account this week. In other words, we made more profit. We made profit on every one of these accounts this week. That is awesome. I'm happy about that. So that's a win. But yeah, today was just once again kind of wild and crazy. And honestly, NQ, in my opinion, today did not respect my levels. Or maybe my levels were off. So one of the two, but the two were not meshing today. Let's put it that way. It feels really like a bad day because I did not do very well on evals. I had a horrible day on evals. I lost, just full disclosure here, I lost 5 50K evals today. Copy trading, I was copy trading them through some of this big stuff here, and I got completely destroyed. Most of it was in this chop stuff here, and yeah, just not very wise. And yeah, it is what it is. I mean, granted, they're just evals, but it is frustrating. This specific 250K account, around midday, I was trading. I don't recall where I was at. Even it was actually on NQ, not on MNQ. Yeah, right here, around lunchtime, right here. In just a couple of trades, I was down like over $2,000. And at that point, I shut everything down and I didn't come back until afternoon. And thank goodness I did make that back. I had a really nice run here with that specific eval. And so I lost 400 on it today, but that's better than losing like 2,500. So, again, that's an account that we're just kind of taking slow. Did not trade the rest of these evals. Thankfully, I did not trade this last 50K. I was copy trading 3 of them. 3 or 4. I think 3 of them, and then the other 2 I was trading individually, and then I just did not trade this one. I did have a good day on my take profit account. I think I traded that as well on NQ. Yeah, that was this morning during this little move around 11 o'clock, and just caught some nice trades. I had one losing trade, 500 bucks, then I had a $700 winner. And honestly, this is something that really stands out to me. Since I've been trading micros, the strategy that I have is I'm looking for the levels, the setups, and then I'm actually looking for a bigger move. I'm not looking for a small tick amount. I'm looking for a larger move with multiple contracts. And what I was doing here was just trading one contract, but still looking for that bigger play. And it has actually, going to micros has changed my ability to see a trade. And on NQ, there's just a lot more dollars in a trade, even with one contract, and that kind of played itself out right here. Again, if you're wrong and you're trading like 5 contracts like I was doing on this 250K, you tend to lose really quickly. But in any case, I have noticed a difference. I hope that makes sense. Since I'm trading micros for the funded accounts using multiple profit targets, going in with typically 3 to 5 micros, I'm looking for the bigger moves off of levels. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't, but a lot of times I end up with some nice trades, and that has really helped me if I trade NQ on evaluation accounts. So for what it's worth, that's that. But yeah, happy with that. So 2 days on this take profit, we're up 1,000. Hopefully we can get that one across the finish line. Just kind of take it slow and steady. On the funded accounts, let's look through some of those trades. On the 57 account, my 150K, I took a couple of trades, nothing major, and here obviously had those losing trades end of day. And here I talked about those levels. This 750 really was not clean today. It was just not very clean. I mean, there was a bit of a hold here and a rejection, But we just kind of chopped through. I mean, this entire day was really about from the 19,600s to the 19,900s, so about a 300-point range, sideways day. A lot of volume, a lot of volatility throughout the day. But we didn't really respect the levels as well on NQ. And now we did do better on ES. ES really held this 5640, 5630 level. Really held that level quite well. We had some holds coming in here midday. We fell through that, and then we reclaimed that very nicely. Obviously, I didn't trade any of this, but that was a very good setup. In fact, I don't even think I had my charts turned back on at that point in time. But that was really the better respected play, or the better respected level. I did this on the my new 50K account. That was the trade here. I took one trade up $67. That was really off the retest of this 5643 level. Caught a nice little move there before we fell apart. So happy with that. I believe on 58 and 59, I only took one trade. I think the other one might have been a YM trade. Yeah, on the Dow this morning. I took one trade this morning after we kind of consolidated above this 41,100 level. We started to get this move up, and I jumped in and caught a nice move up for $50 on that specific account. So two trades for those two accounts, and the 150K, I just took several more trades. So YM definitely bouncing up at this 41.3. That would have been a great rejection play. I didn't pay a lot of attention to YM after this move, and this thing started getting choppy, and I just didn't pay attention to it. Definitely a nice rejection coming in here end of day, so that's something to look at as I go into next week. And ES, obviously kind of the same story as we had with NQ. ES did climb a little bit higher, and ES is actually more at the market highs, I feel like, than what NQ is at present. So let's look at TradeZella before we kind of look at the market and what my thoughts are going into next week. So today, obviously $20 break even day, very nice win rate, 75%. And honestly, yeah, just those last two trades that I took with that 150K, that's what hurt me. I mean, I really would have had about probably an 80 or 85% win rate had that not happened. But we are green on the week. I'm very happy about that. That was something I was concerned about yesterday. I wanted to get to stay green. I was green. I wanted to stay green. So nothing spectacular, up 245. But again, I'm just slowly working on improving my trading and taking baby steps, really taking baby steps towards getting better on these funded accounts. And I feel like I'm doing that. So, the big win for me is a green week. And having made money on every single account. Let's take a look at that. This is the accounts on the spreadsheet. So the 150K, we made 755 this week. The first 50K account, we made 289, and the new one, we made 147. So I'm happy, really, really happy with that. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, that's pretty much the way that things are looking. We're still down right at 1600, got one more week left. So I would say from an odds perspective, I'm probably not going to get the month to green or to break even, but if we can at least have a positive week next week and have a couple $100 or so in profit, it is a win. From taking, if you go to last month, let's look at last month. I think I was down like 10 grand. Yep, 10 grand last month. So a lot of red last month. I had a $7,000 losing week, a $3,000 losing week, and then ended the week or the month on a red note. Not much green. So that's, I guess, again, going back to the baby steps perspective, taking this, one step at a time and trying to become better each and every day. So that is that. Let's take a quick look at the market itself and where we were, what happened, and where we're going. Again, we had this move up over the last couple of weeks, kind of stair-stepping this thing upwards. And now the last couple of days, we kind of went sideways. And honestly, as big of a move as we had in the markets the last 2 days, it's not that big in the grand scheme of things. It really isn't. I know during the day, you feel like, man, this thing is just absolutely tanking, but it's not that much. And here's, I guess, what I'm looking at. I feel like the 750s, that's this red level right here. That's the 750s. And that was something I was really, really looking at earlier And as we got into early in the week, that was really in play. However, I don't feel that way. I mean, that's still a key level. However, I think this 680 area right here where we had these highs at the end of last week, I feel like that is more important right now than the 750s are. Again, it's just looking at where the market's at, and we kind of traded through the 750s. We did also trade through the 680s, but I do think that that could be a key thing, especially where we ended right here. Seeing if this will hold early in the week on Monday or Sunday night to give us further upside. I also feel like we could definitely see a move all the way down here to these to the 550 range, the 525, 550 range. That could be a very good, we might drop down into that area and do a bit of consolidation for a move higher. So I think that's what I'd be looking for is, you know, the if-then statements. If we move to the 680s hold, look for longs, bigger play there. If we fall all the way through, that could create a short opportunity. If this falls through and kind of tests again, we could short our way down into 550 and then obviously look for longs from the 550 back to the upside. So, you know, those are, I think, the key levels to the downside. On the upside, you know, I believe this, what do we have here? The 825, 830s. I think that's, you know, that's be the next key one to hold above. And then, you know, beyond that, I think it really, we need to be looking up here into the 20,100 range. And then that gives us a clear picture on higher. So I really feel like just the way the market has been, we've had a big move up. I would not be surprised to see this continue to kind of pull back to either the 680, the 550, potentially down to the 400s. But I think these two are more in line with what I would expect for further upside or rejections, tests, and falling further down. So again, what goes up must come down. We've been going up, going up, going up. So it would not surprise me to see this thing fall back down. But then again, I like longs. I like when we have a pullback to a level and we can go long. That is the textbook trading pattern that I like to look for. ES, probably about the same. ES is at a higher level than what NQ is. I mean, we're getting close to the all-time highs here around the 5720s. And we did close up higher, I feel like, than what we did on the NASDAQ, yes. So I think the key thing here would be, it'd be nice to see this thing move up, reclaim, and hold the 56, 65 area for further upside. Or if we are going to tumble down, I still think this 5610 area is probably the key area to look for. If we get a big move back down, that would be the place to really look for a bigger long setup. YM, I didn't look at this yesterday, but obviously we are bumping up and holding against this 41.3, kind of a double top here today. So, you know, that could signify a move back down into this 41.10 area and then set up a long trade going for further upside. And again, that is just me looking at how I'm trying to set up these micros for a bigger trade and obviously take profits along the way up or along the way down, whichever that trading setup is at. So that's my thoughts, and I guess we will see what this market does come Monday morning and try to execute and have a good green week once again next week. So hope you guys had a good trading week, trading day. Have a great weekend. Don't forget about the Apex flash sale. That flash sale is going on through Tuesday. Excuse me, you get the 80% off all evals, the 150, 250, and 300K accounts. The pricing has been reduced so that the 80% off gets you those accounts for $50. And the biggest thing is there's an $85 lifetime PA fee on all accounts through Wednesday the 28th. So any accounts that you pass by Wednesday of next week, you can get a lifetime $85 PA fee. That is phenomenal. On the big accounts, that lifetime fee is extended through 9/15. But in any case, I was trying to pass some 50Ks today, and obviously it did not go very well. So I will obviously try to pass this one on Monday and see if I can at least add another account with that $85 fee. I love that. That's awesome. So yeah, great little flash sale that Apex has going on. And again, Take Profit Trader as well does have that great 50% off, which I really like, and the 100% refund on that first payout. But in either case, whichever prop firm you choose, code BCT gets you the best deal. And thank you for those of you that use my code. I really do appreciate it. It does help me out, helps the channel. If you're new, feel free to like and subscribe. I try to do these updates every single day. And let me know what you think about my kind of market idea of where I think this thing is going. Kind of curious to see if that's something that adds value to you. So in any case, have a great weekend. And as we like to say in the trading world, can't wait for Monday. Take care and so long.